DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, hope you're all well. It is Monday. Yes, Monday as usual. I will be doing a few tags. Yes, and just finished doing Jasmine's 5 question tag, and now we'll be moving on to Dave Nicholson's last Saturday 7 question tag. And hello there, Dave. Do hope that you're well. And let's see how I answer these 7 questions. Question 1. Have you ever regretted something you did not say or do? Okay, question has been asked before at one time or another. I think we all at one point in our life um, regret having shut up when we should have maybe taken the defense. I mean, we more often than not regret having opened our mouth, but sometimes we got to open our mouth and say something, or and yes, of course, like everybody, I think usually these are the type of things that will happen under peer pressure at times, and other times you just think like, well, what is the cost? Is it going to be? Is it worth it? Or let it just go by, and then you just let it go by, and then you do regret that you shut up. Yeah. So yes, I have, and I think that everybody has at one point or another. Question 2. Has your greatest fear ever come true? This question comes back a lot. And first off, I don't think it's a good thing actually making a big deal about what are your greatest fears. You're just giving them power in a way. But to answer the question very simply, no, no, and I hope that these type of things didn't happen. Yeah. Question 3. Where are we? Why do we think of others the most often when they're gone? Well, I think it's quite simple. It's that there's that thing when one says absence. How does that go? Absence makes the heart fonder. It's more fond for the heart, something like that. I don't remember exactly. There's a nice little set of words that goes together about the absence of a person. But I think actually is that when somebody's gone, everything you took for granted is not there, and then you do realize that you do realize that when the person is gone, there were a lot of good things. I know quite a few people who have lost a partner, for example, and I can just see, like, for example, myself today. Just a bit earlier, I was just sitting in the living room. I was watching a few videos. Mrs. DC was watching she was doing some crafts, but I had on the headphones so that I wouldn't bother her. We weren't actually talking, but we were being together. And you realize that when the other person is not there, you know they're not there. Like I say, I have friends when they've lost a partner, all of a sudden it's like that person's not there. So, and they're thinking of them because it's just like those little nothings that become a big something when the person isn't there. And of course, I mean, it's a lot of things like you will go over conversations, or you will go over situations that you had, both positive and negative, and you can't change them because the person is gone. Yeah, okay. Question 4. What is your most beloved childhood memory? I got a lot of good and beloved childhood memories. I've mentioned singing Christmas carols, Christmas. My dad had built a pool, family meals, going with the dog sled, snowmobiling, fishing. Oh yeah, fishing. Picnics on the lakes, going to the United States and visiting family. I think that actually that's it. Um, my most beloved childhood memory, probably a lot of family meals with the cousins, things like that. That's one of them. Yeah, and little family trips together. There's just so many, and to put my finger on one of them, but I think you see pretty quickly, it's very quickly family. Yeah. Question 5. Is it more important to love or to be loved? One of those questions where they want to make you give a black or white answer when you can't, or you shouldn't, because basically both are important. I mean, you can love if you've been loved because you know how to love. People who've never been loved have problems actually very often to love, and they don't know how. So, there are times when it's very important for you to give it out, but when you're running on empty, you need to be loved. So there really it's both. It's both. It's not a question where you can say it's only one or only other. It has to be both. Yeah. And there's been a lot of studies actually with children. Well, it shouldn't have been with children, but there have been with animals as well that have not been so-called loved as small ones, and their growth is stunted, and that is being loved. Yeah. Okay, move on. Question 6. If it all came back around to you, would it help you or hurt you? That is a weird question. Doesn't make much sense, does it? I guess if it's situations where you did something and finally it ends up back on your back, would it help you or hurt you? I guess the question very simply is, it depends. And since we're not saying what it is, there's no real answer to that one, is there? There's situations where you've done your bit, it comes back to you because it hasn't been complete and you've got to finish it off. So it might hurt you because it's being told, well, you didn't do it well enough and it's coming back to you, so finish off. Or simply that no one else can do it like you when it comes back. So there's both. There's both, once again. It might help you, it might hurt you. It depends. Question 7 and last. If you had the chance to go back in time and change one thing, would you do it? Well, first off, you can't. But the question is, if you had the chance. Well, you better not. Because if you went back in time and started changing things, who would you be now? You are who you are because of what you were, and for the good and for the worse. And sometimes, strangely enough, something that looks bad turned out being good for you. So, all in all, we don't have control of our past. It's gone. It's past. And tomorrow's the future, but today is tomorrow's past. So you're not going to change anything. So the best thing you can do is to do your best in the present, and that way you probably won't feel like you have to go back and change your past. But the answer to the question is, if I would change one thing, no. It's about as simple as that. Okay, that's it. Those are those 7 questions. Thank you, Dave, and that's all for today. DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and have a good week. Bye.